Hey there, I'm Suzette Bray, and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I am all about helping people regulate their emotions. And today we're going to talk about a problem I think we can all relate to: overthinking. You know that endless loop where you're still replaying a conversation from 5 years ago as if you could change it now? Or maybe you're stressing out over something that might conceivably happen next week or next year or 10 years from now, just in case? Yeah, that one. That's overthinking. It's like your brain hit repeat and forgot to stop. If overthinking has ever kept you up at night or made you feel trapped in your own head, stick around because today I'm going to share 5 practical tools that'll help you stop overthinking, quiet your mind, and feel more in control. So let's get started. Okay, so let's dive right into tool number one, the 3 minute rule. This one is a total game changer if you find yourself stuck in an overthinking spiral. And here's how it works: you're going to get a timer, and you're going to set that timer for exactly 3 minutes. And during that time, you're going to give yourself permission to overthink as much as you want. Go ahead, worry, analyze, make mental lists, stress out, plan for every potential response you might have in a conversation that you may never have, whatever. But here's the trick: once that timer goes off, you're done. When the timer rings, you stop. No extensions, no extra time to just finish that one thought. I know this might sound too simple to work, but trust me, setting a limit on your overthinking really helps create a mental boundary. Now, when that timer rings, it's your signal to shift gears. But here's the tricky part: your brain is going to resist. You might find yourself still wanting to go back to that thought loop because overthinking is really hard to shake. If it was easy, you would have done it already. It's totally normal. The key is to keep bringing yourself back to the present. Get up, move to another room, go for a walk. Focus on something, anything that takes you out of your head. And you are likely to have to do this more than once, and that's okay. You may have to do it 1,000 times. The point is to gently but consistently pull yourself away from the overthinking every time it tries to drag you back in. Over time, you'll notice how setting a limit helps stop that spiral in its tracks. Try it the next time your mind feels like it's in overdrive. 3 minutes, then done. Okay, tool number two. And this one is super helpful if you feel like your thoughts are really stuck on repeat. It's called thought diffusion, and it comes from acceptance and commitment therapy, or ACT for short. The idea is to create some distance between you and your thoughts instead of letting them dominate your mind. So, here's a visualization exercise you can try. Picture your overthinking thoughts as clouds in the sky. And every time a worry pops up, imagine it as a cloud drifting by. Don't chase it. Don't interact with it. Don't dance with it. Just notice it and let it float away. Another fun way to do this is to picture your thought as a text message. You know how you can delete a message with one swipe? Imagine your thought as that text. Swipe, delete, move on. The goal here is to remind yourself that you are not your thoughts. Thoughts come and go, and they don't have to control you. They don't have to stick around, and you don't have to dance with them. You are not your thoughts. Tool number four, mental reminders. If you are stuck in a spiral of negative thoughts, using simple mental reminders can help you hit the pause button and shift your perspective. A mental reminder is kind of like a thinking cue you give yourself, a quick phrase that counters those automatic thinking spirals. It's kind of a shift from what you're thinking about to thinking about how you're thinking. So, one of my personal go tos is just because you think it doesn't make it so. It is a powerful reminder that just because a thought pops into your head doesn't mean it's accurate or worth your energy. I mean, we all have really weird, random thoughts sometimes. And if we paid attention to all of them, we'd do some pretty crazy stuff. Haven't you ever had the thought, like when you're at the edge of a building, like, what would happen if I stepped off? Or what would happen if I swerved into traffic? That doesn't mean you're going to do it. It just means it's a weird, random thought. Thoughts are really just electrical energy at their basic core. So remember, you don't have to believe everything you think. Here's tool three, and it's called grounding. And grounding techniques are lifesavers for getting out of your head and back into the present moment when overthinking is pulling you in every direction. One of my favorite grounding techniques is called the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. It is simple and really effective. And here's how it works: name 5 things you can see around you, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell. You got to get that on my nose there. And 1 thing you can taste. This technique works wonders because it forces your brain to focus on what's happening right now instead of letting you spiral into worries about the future or ruminations about the past. Give it a try next time you're stuck in a thought loop. It can kind of act like a reset button for your brain. Here's tool number 5, and I like to call it mindful check ins. This one is so super simple, but so effective at keeping overthinking in check. All it takes is a minute, so you can do it several times a day. Maybe set a timer to go off at random times to help you remember. You can do this in the morning, during a break, before bed, whenever you sit down at your computer. Anytime you go to the bathroom or get behind the wheel of your car. Don't go to the bathroom behind the wheel of your car, though, okay? The idea is to spend a minute or two just focusing on your breath and observing your thoughts without engaging with them. Oh, hey, I'm breathing, and that's pretty good. Breathing means this is a good day. Whenever a thought comes up, notice it, acknowledge it, but don't follow it. Let it pass. This practice helps train your brain to let thoughts flow by without them getting all sticky. And the more you practice these mindful check ins, the more you'll notice that overthinking loses its grip on you. All right, so let's recap these 5 tools to overcome overthinking. Number 1, the 3 minute rule. Give yourself 3 minutes to worry and then shift your focus, and then keep shifting your focus. Thought diffusion. Notice thoughts and let them float by like clouds in the sky. Grounding techniques. Bringing yourself into the present moment and away from overthinking. What do I see, hear, touch, taste? Mental reminders. Just because you think it doesn't make it so. Mindful check ins. Hey, I'm here, I'm breathing, and that's the important thing. I hope you found these tips helpful. Overthinking does not have to control your life. And with a few simple tools and with a lot of effort, you can work towards quieting your mind and get back to focusing on what really matters. So, which tool are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear what works for you. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. I've got more mental health tips coming your way, so I really hope you'll stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.